Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RimWorld Gamers in Trouble. These are our gamers. You see the list at the top. I'm only going to read them out every so often. Some of them are a bit of a mouthful. Or at least, reading them out really quickly is, at any rate. We've been working on power efficiency in between episodes. We've turned off a lot of the heaters and the lights. We've turned off all of these things over here. Turned off like the lamp and the heater and all that. We've turned off... we've already got the one running. We've got doors on it, so it'll keep the heat in now, make it a little bit more efficient. They are growing a lot. We're actually shrinking down our cooler as well. We're shrinking our cooling room. There is less stuff in it now. Eventually we'll be shrinking it down to the point where we probably won't need that one. That cooler, we'll only just use this one. We'll just make a nice long corridor, put another door in there to... Because I do believe this is actually generating a bit of heat as well. In fact, let's do that now. Let's do that on camera. Alright, so we're just going to put down a wall like that. And this one is only going to be for, not apparel. Apparel can just be stored naturally, but all our foods and stuff there, and we're not going to allow rotten either. Some manufactured stuff, like our medicine and our drugs, will obviously go in there as well. Probably don't need to stash the... maybe stash the water in there and the Nutrimine. And various plant matter in there as well. Okay, yep, that's fine. And then once that is all done, we'll just turn that off. We won't worry about a door. There we go. So that will happen. However, before we get rid of... Well, before we put that wall in... Oh my lord. Cancel! Alrighty then, let's actually remove the floor as well. Let's remove the floor from that bit and remove the floor from... yeah, fine, we'll remove the floor from there as well. Ta-da! Right, decently long corridor. We'll just move the door up as well. There we go. We've got a bit of a food shortage currently, purely because power is a bit of an issue. The other thing we need to do is actually cut down some... We're going to cut down some more wood. And I think to save on power, we might actually start using the fuel furnace as well. One of the other issues we've had is actually a dearth of steel, so having found all this steel in the ground as well is actually kind of handy. Lumi obviously breaking a little bit. I'm not entirely sure what her problem is. Let's check her out ever so quickly. Hey, without a table, feeling bad. You're a pessimist, which means you suck, and you're in a moderate amount of pain. Okay, so we will actually need to get her fixed up first when we do get that happening. Let's see. Mason is the other guy that we have doing our research. Yeah, it's Mason and Eli. But right now, we're not really focusing that much on our research. In fact, I don't think... What's Mason doing currently? He's deconstructing a marble wall. Okay, yeah, okay. Fair enough. Probably doing something a little bit better, like, I don't know, cutting some wood down. This actually, the farm here has been beneficial. Like, very much so. Rice, smoked leaf, hops, and what's that? That is, okay, this is more hops. So let's actually swap that out for things that we can cook with. Potato. Don't really need that much beer, do we? And in fact, what's Gregory doing? Gregory, you can actually just come over here and start removing the floor. It's probably better for you to be doing that anyway. We have managed to sort of stay a little bit on top of our power by dint to the fact that we've got that generator. I'm not entirely sure what's going wrong here. We've got a lot of power, but it's not filling the batteries. Maybe it's because we're just sucking too much power overall from everything else. Again, I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. So I might actually just reinstall you there, reinstall you there, and reinstall you. Just in between the beds rather than one for each bed. Because, yeah. Set you as medical. Done, done, done. One of the other things we've been doing is we've been actually making the area prettier. We've been live streaming this a lot. and we've been learning some stuff along the way. For instance, in the top left corner, you'll notice that the gigantic list of materials has gone. It's by pure into the fact down here, someone told us about the toggle categorize mode on the resource readout. This is what it looked like. This is what it looks like now. It's great. Mind you, we don't have that many resources at the moment anyway. So yeah, we found cuttings like for steel and stuff just everywhere. Mind you, that being said, we have sort of made up for it elsewhere. I do need to run power conduits through here. We'll remove that one. Probably don't need one along here, if I'm completely honest. If they're connecting all the way over there, then these should be able to connect there. Yeah. Should. Ditto with the walls in here. Let's actually get rid of the power conduits in this thing as well. So yeah, we're just finding efficiencies where we can, finding resources that don't really need to be used for what they're being used for currently. I know we get less steel back from the power conduits, but it's fine. Oh, don't want to deconstruct the wall. Want to deconstruct the power conduit. Let's go look at where these power conduits are now. Yep, and we'll just deconstruct that as well. So that should connect down here, along with the light and everything else. That is fine. Power conduit, deconstruct. Oh, pardon me. Oh. Click, click, click. Power conduits. Get rid of you. There we go. Like so. That can all stay like that. Paramedic now has a decent-ish bedroom, so we'll slowly work on him. He's a lot happier than he used to be. Now, Lumi is the only one that has some issues, but I think that's because she's in pain most of the time. In fact, let's take a quick look at her one more time. She's in a moderate amount of pain, that's because she's got a bite scar on her neck. Her right eye's been torn out. Her right foot has been torn off. Her middle finger has been shot off, and she's got a couple of scratch scars on the left-hand side on her arm and hand. So a bit of a blip there with the power, which means we're slowly getting back on top of that. Now we need wood. Alright. Harlock. Never do hauling. Alright, so we'll make Beaver do it once he's had something to eat. But yes, Lumi and Levin have been basically just sitting there. Simple meal do until you have, let's say about 50. 40 actually. And then we're just gonna toggle that off. Let's go look at this. What do we got here? We've got a paw pistol and frag grenades. Alright, let's find out who's got our rifles. Eli, shotgun. Lumi. Alright, so we're just gonna go and restrict everyone to the danger zone. Harlock. Run. And they're actually going to start digging through that. I'm kind of glad they are digging through that. Yeah, and he's going to dig through that anyway. Alrighty then. This up here hasn't been set up yet, so we will get them to sit all over there anyway. So, Lumi, Strapping will need to wake up. And Toby does have a thing there. Beaver doesn't have anything. Alright, now there is a weapon, another weapon somewhere down here. There's like a machine pistol and it's an SMG. It's a shoddy SMG. Alright, so let's find out who can also shoot. 3, 2, 12, obviously. Paramedic cannot do that, obviously. It's that Hippocratic Oath coming into effect. Toby's a tactician, and he's got it's between him and Beaver, and I think we'll get Toby to come and equip the SMG outside the area. Alright, so let's unrestrict Toby, unrestrict Lumi, Strapping, and Eli. There we go. Toby, come and get your machine pistol, thank you. So, Eli, Lumi, Toby, and Strapping, we're going to get you there, and put you behind the thing here. So those grenades. Ouch. And there we go. Alright, let's... One raid taken care of. Strapping is probably going to go back to bed. And let's go... Come over here. No mercy. We do not have the time nor the resources to deal with you right now. Let's unrestrict everything. We don't need their clothes because they are dead people and that would affect our happiness. Alright, and build some walls, please. Thank you. Getting fed and they are getting healed up as well. Greg, you're doing a bit of cleaning. Nice. Dr. Lumi, on the job. Actually, rather surprised that the paramedic isn't doing it. Alright, let's actually toggle you back on. Oh, outside allowed area. Let us unrestrict everyone again. There we go. Deconstruct you. Master Mason, come deconstruct my cooler. Thank you. And we are slowly getting... We have no graves apparently. No, we got some open graves. In fact, let's actually turn off human-like as well. And please bury psych as well. Thank you. Can finish repairing them another day. Done. Alrighty then. The other thing that we've been having issues with is low food. That's obviously because we're not generating enough because we have no power. As it turns out. Beaver, could you also haul things away as well while you work? Yeah, your hauling is up. Let's bump the hauling up for a few people here. Let's actually, no, bump you down. So the two people that cook the most, we won't. Mason, we won't. And you. Alright, yeah, that's fine. We can deal with that. Paramedic is going to his nice bed. We've also got our first sculpture. It's called A Silent Love by Mason Payne. Ah, let's inspect the artwork. It looks like a person. Yes, but okay, we need wood. We need lots of wood. Okay, so they have been cutting it down. That's good. We've been trading with a few people here and there as well, but they haven't had any meals, which has been annoying. I ain't gonna lie, it's been annoying. Oh my goodness, we now have power. We have power for days. All right, let's connect that up. Actually, hang on a second. Is that the shortest route? Let's go. It's probably shorter going... yeah, whatever. Let's do it this way. Alright then, and we can, like, turn things off. Oh my goodness. And maybe get some resources back from, like, maybe this. Yes, we'll deconstruct you and use it for other things. Other things we've done is, I think I may have mentioned this, I was completely wrong about the machining table. That doesn't allow us to construct components. That allows us to construct weapons, which we don't have any materials for. The other thing we've been doing is building some smithies. So actually going to turn you off. Our electric smelter doesn't actually have anything to do right now, so we'll just turn that off as well. A lot of the chunks that we get from falling drop pods we haven't hauled away. It's just because there's so much to do currently. They will get around to it eventually. In our live stream, we've actually got like 10 pigs or whatever, and they've been going around and doing all of our hauling for us, which has been fantastic because none of the colonists have had to worry about it. There have also been other things happening in that as well. if you want to watch that ever so quickly before we finish up here, it's at twitch.tv/C4NNONFODDER101. That, cannon fodder with the 4 as leet speak. Yes, it's weird. Cannon fodder on Twitch, the game blot here. It's weird, it's confusing, but, you get used to it eventually. But yeah, so it's cannon fodder at twitch.tv. Come and find me, click the follow button, you'll find out when I'm streaming next. We usually play RimWorld and a few other games there as well. So that's that plug. That's what we're going to call this episode. I'm the Game Blot. Thanks for tuning in once again. We'll see you in the next episode.